The U.S. has already just lost a... Oh, wait, wait a second. I thought this was a Blackhawk. It's a Little Bird. We got a Little Bird on the field. And they're pushing straight down the middle. Gonna try to harass some Logi. Oh, and there goes Stingers. Oh! No flares out. The moment the Little Bird was in the air. No defenses, no flares, and air defense works. Little Bird down. Hey guys, MoiDawg here, and today I'm bringing you another episode of Eye in the Sky, where we take a look at a game of Squad from the top down, and in this one, I'm bringing you guys some brand new modded content, SATCOM. If you haven't heard about SATCOM, I did release a video yesterday on what it is, so I do recommend checking that out, link up in the top right. Basically, this mod turns Squad into a real-time strategy game, allowing one player to be the commander, in control of building bases and vehicles for the team, while everybody else gets the resources and fights. There's no tickets, just get resources, build bases, and then destroy the enemy headquarters with things like artillery, tanks, and as you saw in the intro, attack helicopters. It's an incredibly entertaining game mode, and the devs have just started getting this playing on live Squad servers. So if you do want more of this and you want to follow along the development, do check out the Discord link in the comments below. Seriously though, whether you play it or whether you just watch it, let me know your guys' real thoughts on this game mode, since I think it's a fantastic idea. And if we can have this entertaining of a game with only 60 or 70 people during the playtest, imagine full servers with players who understand how to play SATCOM. Figuring out the real-time strategy type meta, the early game, the economy, the tech pushes, the snowballs. Overall, it's an awesome combination of good squad combat and interesting higher level strategy, so I hope you guys enjoy. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more, and if you do like hanging out with us live, make sure to check out the live streams at twitch.tv/MoiDawg, as well as every Friday YouTube streams right here on the channel. But that's it for me. Until next time, peace. But this building, it starts off very, very basic, no defenses. And at the start of the game, you have these two Logis, which you can see right here, just normal Logis, and one light 50 cal vehicle. So I believe it's just a Humvee. Yep, just Humvee here. Across the map, you actually have 3 resource depots. So you see there's a North Oil Derrick, a Central Oil Derrick, as well as the South Oil Derrick, as well as these. You can see it actually has the build and ammo mark up here. These are the resource depots and oil derricks. So you can actually kind of go up here, get build and ammo, kind of like you're doing a Logi run. You have to go collect it, just like you would mine resources in Command and Conquer, and then bring it back to your base. You can see there's build and ammo that you start with, so you can get some decent defenses down. And then you can also capture the oil derricks. And the oil derricks are passive resource gain. So you have the passive gains, you want to control those derricks, and you have the actual go ahead and get your resources and bring it back. Very, very cool, very unique type of gameplay. And as we should see, the early game, as you know, it would be in any RTS game, you need to contest the resources. You need to have a little bit of a fighting force. You need to get out there, you need to stake your claim on the resources, make sure you get that build, make sure you get that ammo, and then slug it out for kind of map control. Staging just about to end here, and we shall see. We actually have 9, let's see, about 6 or so squads, and 30 on 30. Actually pretty good for a modded playtest here. So let's see what happens. Here's the rollout. And we might... he's surfing. He's Humvee surfing.
Enemy base under attack.
You got the Logis right behind us here. We're actually going to be, I think, let's see. Oh, okay, yeah, we're going to be following this convoy. It looks like on move marker, they're pushing hard mid. I do like this though. For Russia, you got a Western Logi headed up to the Western resource dump. And then Squad 6, which is a full Logi here, headed out towards Central. I don't like how this 50, he's going off all by himself. Or not 50, I guess the Tiger.
Or maybe like a Logi
So it's kind of leave his guys a little bit, I guess, undefended. But this is a very interesting strategies here, because you have 2 Logis,
on good shit stuff.
and I think they just want to make sure they actually control the point here. You see Russia dismounting ahead, and we're about to get in business. Turn this on so we can see.
Yeah.
And Darkholm, Crazy on the right side. Dark FNC, I'm not sure. Oh, they do see him. He goes down. Russia is the first one to lose troops. Both Cypher and Dark go down. Angus as well. Oh, man. Russia, the first ones on the point, but they're the first ones to go down, actually, as the first Logi for the U.S. Oh, and there goes the AT. That is going to be... These vehicles are important, guys. You need to protect your Logi vehicles because they give you... Look at that. The oil derrick, it starts with 50,000 build and 58,000 ammo, and there goes the Russian Logi. That is going to be a squad wipe. Logi wipe. And you can see Central Oil Derrick is nearly captured, and the U.S. are going to be able to just grab those resources. That is so important.
Vehicle ready.
Once you get that, you're going to start sending it back to your base, and you can hear the announcer, the vehicle ready, all that type of stuff. In the meantime, Squad 8 actually ran out by himself and captured the North Oil Derrick. The vehicle ready, we can see what they're making here. You can see they made another Humvee and 2 Logis. So just like an RTS, right? You have a little bit of presence for your scouts. You know, get some 50 cal guns, and then load up on the resources, load up on the Logis, so that way.
Can you repeat? I couldn't hear.
You can just make sure that you're getting as much build and ammo as possible. We're actually going to see. I believe we can go down here. Yep. He's actually, the cool part about this, guys, is if you actually get inside the base, you can kill this person. You can actually, if you're the enemy, you can, yeah, the command room, you go up, down, I mean, you can go right through. I believe you have to blast open this door, however, if you're the enemy. And then go and kill him, and you can interrupt him building, him doing whatever. So, very, very interactive, very cool. And the first base, I guess vehicles for the U.S. are out.
Okay, again, I need construction at main as soon as possible. As much as possible.
Oh, there it is. It's just, you can see the, oh, it's right behind the satellite dish. But a Tiger was literally at TFMG and Canyon were actually just camping this. They can't bring up any Logi or build. So they had a feeling that a Logi was just going to go push up and try to get a free resources, and instead of that, they've actually destroyed a Logi vehicle. Very, very good play, just contesting the resources until Russian Logis can get there themselves. And you can see a Logi also headed back down. And let's take now a look back at the main base, because we start seeing more vehicles.
Down there.
More Logis. And as this base also comes online, you can see, oh, right here you go. They're now starting to get an outer perimeter wall. So the build and ammo you now have, and I do like this. This is a lot of room. You don't want to get it so cramped because you do want some good defenses. Because this will start to look like a base in Command and Conquer. You can place a helipad, other different types of barracks and vehicle stations and repair stations and things like that. So this will start to get really, really large. So middle is pretty secured. So as you can see, this Logi from the U.S. are just going back and forth. They have a really good direct route. They're going to have plenty of ammo. And we can see... Oh, actually, hold on a second.
Can we kill buildings with the RTS while they're building?
Hey, can we get a
This is almost like a base rush here, like an early game RTS rush, right? They pushed the 50 cal right up to the Russians'
like CNC, where you take a lot of damage if you damage something when it's building.
No.
But down on the southeast side,
Enemy
we
base
have
under attack.
the Logi, and oh, good kill, dude. It's just a small group of Russians, one Tiger and just a handful of infantry have now killed a Logi and a Humvee, and right now this is the strongest vehicle that can be out on the field, and they're completely zoning out this resource, this resource area for them. You can see they just asked for a helipad. Oh, and hold on, they did get a tow up here. That's going to be huge for Russia.
You're gonna ask for.
U.S. is trying to get a helipad, but they don't have enough ammo. So they do need all these resources in order to start building things. And I'm surprised there's no AT on Combat NG.
And it's watching that little
this one Tiger is just going to do way too much damage for him. Good zoning out, just denying it.
To protect that resupply area.
And look at this. This is actually, I think, kind of a misplay by Russia. They have a Tiger and a bunch of troops that could flex out to this oil derrick, and the U.S. is about to get all passive income.
Logistics backup coming up.
I'm not quite sure what's going on, but oh my goodness, this one Humvee at the 50 is essentially camping main, which is fully, it's RTS. You can do that 100%. They've allowed the Russians out east have allowed a small group, once again a Humvee and basically one or two infantry. They have pushed up and they are just laying waste to the Russians. You can see multiple vehicles, and this costs a lot of build and ammo to get out. So a BTR, which would have been the most dangerous vehicle out in the field, the moment it's made is immediately destroyed. A huge loss of resources.
We're gonna need more vehicles to do Logi runs. Ours are dying too quickly. They're camping all the resupply points.
And you can see there's now an aircraft, second aircraft as well. Let's see, US is now getting some Blackhawks online, and they're trying to do some Logi. Once again, this is early game RTS, guys. You have early pressure on the bases. You try to contest the passive income. And then you try to just get as many build and ammo resources as possible. I think a little bit of a server issue right there as we skip forward like 100 meters is... Oh, hello! Nice little hitch as we... you could have just seen it, actually, the smoke trail. ATGM from way downtown. Oh, this is a huge vehicle to lose.
So far, it seems like it's good. My guys are moving on to secure.
And there's no more ammo. So that was the last ATGM. Good shot. So although the Russia have lost a BTR, the U.S. has already just lost a... Oh, wait, what a second. I thought this was a Blackhawk. It's a little bird. We got a little bird on the field. And they're pushing straight down the middle. Gonna try to harass some Logi. Oh, and there goes Stingers. Oh! No flares out! The moment the little bird was in the air, no defenses, no flares, and air defense works. Little bird down, and that is a huge cost for the U.S. See exactly what air defenses that might have been from. And I actually have, I'm going to be honest, guys. I know a little bit of this game because I've been going over notes with the devs and things like that. I have no idea how that just happened, and I want to know because that was so cool. I see some mortars. Yeah, mortars. I want to believe that there's some form of man pad that they had.
Squad 9, can you set up
that was fantastic.
Yeah,
I mean,
working on it.
So if we take a look at the map itself, once again, the oil derricks, which is the passive income for the teams, are all controlled by the U.S. So you got Northern Oil Derrick, Central Oil Derrick, and Southern Oil Derrick. This was the stretch from Squad 6 and the Humvee earlier. So they've actually been able to maintain this passive income, and because of that, I believe if we can look, the build and ammo, almost 3,700 build, and you see it starting to tick over now as a Logi dumps it too. A lot of build, a lot of ammo, and Russia... Oh, man, I'm looking at the map here, and this is going to cause a lot of map looks just because of how large it is and things moving back and forth. But because of the Southern Oil Derrick, which was laying waste to the Russian base and pretty much camping, you can see the huge difference in resources. 600 ammo to 140 and only one BTR to... I mean, they're almost running out of places to store the build for the U.S., but you got a striker, multiple Logis, helicopters online. You see another Logi all by himself. I'm not quite sure what that's going to achieve, but U.S. has the early game resources down, and they are making use of them. And if we're to draw a circle, draw combat lines, pretty much this whole river,
midpoint,
as well as down up to south here, is all U.S. controlled. And just like an RTS game, guys, that's not good.
So tell me.
You need your micro and your macro, and right now the resource management for Russia is not going well. They want to hold on to the north and central. Oh, and there you go. Now the striker is coming around and trying to just ambush logistics vehicles. Absent Wizard was driving the Logi to the northern resource. And oh my gosh, this is a huge mistake. Russia has actually pulled off most of the troops that were defending the resource field to go try to capture the northern oil derrick. And as they have only, I believe it was 2 people, yeah, Coin and AK Shocks by themselves have now overrun the fob.
Could you repeat that?
And the U.S. is just the U.S.'s map presence is so much better. Just flexing out, and they are really playing for the resources. And I believe right now, Russia, they're either playing for the fights, or I'm not quite sure. Maybe they're considering it a little bit more like old school squad, where you have to hit the objectives and then, you know, just defend it forever. But it is not going well for Russia right now. As you see, the squad from Russia that was out at the previous resource field that just went down, they almost ambush a Logi. Sin 6, bobbing and weaving. 44th amazing Blue Spider and David try to do some damage, but
is there another squad
they might get that Logi out of here.
Doing build right now, but I could do
and you can see in the distance as this base just gets much more fortified, and I'm guessing there might be a gate or entrance somewhere out there. Fabian driving his Logi in. And once again, 842 ammo, 350. I believe actually this might pop up. Yeah, here we'll have the HQs on the top right, so you can actually hold on to it. Health bar as well as the ammo, and you can see the gain as well as how quickly they're using it. And
that is correct.
Offline.
Command, could you queue a supply heli, please?
Copy. Well done.
As you just saw, low power, so you actually have to have generators. As another generator, as you see, is going up, you actually have to have supply for your base to run. As you have an automated turret systems, you have walls, you have different factories, you have helipads, research centers. All these things need to run, and we're going to need additional pylons, right? Same type of thing here.
If anyone wants to do it, just
factory goes on up, and there you go.
Power restored.
Power restored, defenses are online, and another Blackhawk.
Enemy base under attack.
Up on the pad. And I'm hearing enemy base under attack, but nothing much going here. North oil derrick out in the distance. I mean, that squad is going to probably capture it. Yeah, North oil derrick neutralized.
What do we have? They're around.
Let's see what they're building here. It's very interesting because you can see the skirmishes, but right now, I mean, it is all on map presence. Just trying to make sure you keep the resources flowing. And now 4,500 ammo to 2,000 build. That is a lot. We should start to see some things like Abrams, maybe Bradley's even rolling out of here.
Aircraft
They're shooting at us.
Oh, and hell.
Oh, it's a full squad actually.
There we go. Speaking of research, Apache is online.
Yeah, you got shot down.
10, if you clear that, I'll just go up and recapture it again.
Southern supply point is secure for heli drops, or heli supply.
Let's see here. The first real attack helicopter. We see that little bird earlier, but
you get a chance.
Take a look at this.
Sure.
How much are the little birds?
Apache's coming up.
And that is so, man, I absolutely love seeing
Scott, could you just
things like this in
kill this
squad.
guy on North Derrick, please?
The Apache, I'm curious where they want to go here.
10, can you clear?
Because that little bird got absolutely slammed by man pads early on.
Repeat that again, squad 8.
North oil derrick, there's an enemy squad capturing it. Can you neutralize them?
Apache is pushing.
Roger that.
Before they neutralize.
Redirecting.
I was gonna say they're pushing south, but they actually you could hear on command
Destroy
calls.
the enemy oil derrick with the helicopter.
Yeah.
Apache's actually moving up to the northern oil derrick, which we saw was captured just recently. And it looks like artillery. Wow, command artillery coming online.
There's enemy infantry pushing west of our main currently. I just got killed in the Logi.
And what an airstrike!
Can you queue a little bit for me,
sounds
command?
like.
Small arms trying to take shots at the Apache, but that is no match to the rocket barrage and autocannon.
Sex check those helmets.
Power restored.
You can see the Apache is just unleashing everything it's got in order to clear out the Russians on the oil derrick right next to U.S. Main.
Okay.
Oh my goodness. If you ever thought
barrage in 10 minutes.
you didn't want close air support and attack helicopters in the squad, I think this would change your mind as a second. And now both of the Apaches for the U.S. are just tearing
Oil derrick, be careful.
the Russians apart.
Unless that's you.
And I believe that is a complete wipe. Yep, all Russians
Ready to spot to defend the man.
annihilated. And we should have just a couple infantry now come in and capture the point. That is amazing. Absolutely love to see that. Once again, there's no tickets. It doesn't matter. Just load up, try to kill some things, and move on. I mean, this is the type of stuff I'd love to see in vanilla squad. You know, actually have artillery. And by having artillery, you know, you could. It feels like the command strikes are a little bit more realistic, you know?
I think we need some armor
Actually
support.
on your base.
So, is anyone up for
Maybe
running
even
the Bradley?
have people use it.
Bradley,
So
I just
2
need a gunner.
Apaches, Blackhawk, and now a Little Bird. That is a lot of air power for the U.S. And you can see some flares going out. Is I'm trying to get the names here. I'm not quite sure. NKKLK clan. I'm not quite sure. They're back from their gun run here in central oil derrick as they just try to keep off. You can see the Russian BTR, and this is very common, as we were saying earlier. It's not necessarily a bad idea to one-man these vehicles, since you kind of just need them to get into an area and shoot. Obviously, you're gonna want them to. You're gonna want to have more than one person in them. So when things like that happens, the BTR flipping, and you can see it just
hit by Hellfire.
getting shot by AT as it flips. Oh, that'd be such a... Oh, and a UAV in the air as well. Be such a fantastic target for that Apache. I'll try to take a look at
Loves and kisses.
exactly where the Little Bird's coming in. And... Ooh, he is very low. Oh, very low! 2 kids in a trench. Great use of the Little Bird.
Little Bird.
Might have been the same one. You know what? Hey, if
I'm bringing ammo right now.
good thing there's no tickets, because I believe he was the one who had the Little Bird earlier, and the first Little Bird goes into central oil derrick. Gets hit by the Stinger, just like that. You have another one. Apache, comes in and slams into the oil derrick. RPG hits the engine, and Apache loses altitude quickly, slams into the oil derrick, and it is hot, all going down in central map here. And 2 helicopters down in quick succession for the U.S. It looks like they're in for more Logis. Oh, nope, hold on a second. That is a Bradley. As the first real IFVs start coming online. First the Strikers, now the Bradleys, and eventually the tanks. And you can see just by the map and what vehicles are, you can tell. It just like an RTS, it is crazy to me that it just... I know the mod said they want to do an RTS, but the fact that it's actually playing out like an RTS is insane. You have infantry for Russia just trying to zone out any infantry or Logis trying to come in. Taking the high ground. I mean, this is good. I just don't think it's capturing anything.
We need to try and push
Yeah, they're also out of the capture area. They can't really do anything, but they are going to pinch them, as you see on the south side here. Really good maneuvering from the Russians here, as Shocks goes down and another American dies and instantly gives up.
In 3 minutes, I would
And this will actually be huge for Russia. They haven't had the central oil derrick all game. They've flip-flopped with the south and north. But if they can get center map control as the mid game happens, that is going to be huge. You can see 36,000 build and ammo left, just like a resource node in maybe StarCraft or Age of Empires or Gold or anything like that. You have limited amount, and Russia getting a hab right on the point. Only a handful of Americans. Cold goes down. Emperor Palpatine also just spawning in. Sakira Sabi. Oh, Beans gets killed from the left. Oh no, is he still up? Nah, he's down. No, he's up. Just barely alive. Beans holding out for. Oh nope, he bled out, and he's his face is up against the building.
Central oil derrick's about to be overwhelmed. Never mind.
Yep, Central Oil Derrick going down, and that is the first real passive income for the U.S. As you can see, the hab now officially going down. First passive income to really just be deleted for the U.S. and not just a simple flip. I mean, this is a show of force. I honestly feel like right now.
So we're not gonna like win this if we don't have resources.
This is true. Emperor Palpatine's getting it. So you need to find a very good balance, and I think right now when it's 36 on 35, you know, it's a lot. It's a mod playtest, right? So you're not gonna have a full server, but I think right now teams need to find a good balance between.
I said for squad though.
Can we get another Logi spawn in main?
Oh, let's say come in with the little bird rocket barrage and just obliterates about a fire team element on Central Oil Derrick for Russia, but. The U.S. needs to find a good balance between fighting forces and logistics players, and that is what makes this game so interesting. Is the base can only be built and protected, and vehicles can only go out and be replaced. Is if you have all this, and you can see right now.
Good recon, by the way. If you let me know when you do the recon, it's really effective with the helicopter.
You can see right now, up in the top right of your screen, the ammo is what's handicapping the U.S. right now. They have nearly 10,000 build and just a couple thousand ammo, and you can see they're trying to build more Logis because they need more to get these better vehicles out in the field.
Scott, there's already an Apache coming.
But I mean, in the same foot of this, you have Russia, which has been just being pestered. From the very beginning. I thought they actually had a good zone out earlier in the resource field, but they didn't protect their oil derrick and allowed U.S. to push up. And once again, just like that RTS, you base rush them, you know? You base rush them and you interrupt their logistics early, you interrupt their build early, and Russia, I really don't think they've recovered from it. You can just see from the base alone, there's no resource center, there's a war center which makes their buildings, there's a barracks for infantry, there's a helipad, and there's one power plant. Just looking at this base alone, you can tell that they're desperately low on resources, desperately low on manpower.
Aircraft ready.
And if we compare it to the U.S. base, we have 2 power plants, a resource center, an active helipad, a repair center. You have that little repair center that the little bird's on, as well as artillery. And this artillery, you can just hear on the announcement, enemy base under attack. That's because you have artillery that can hit the enemy base as it is right now, and the health bar for the enemy base is going down. About 95, 92% or so. And this is just going to be devastating for Russia. I don't know how they'll be able to financially recover from this, because this artillery is not only destroying the base and doing damage, it can just do damage to vehicles, it's doing damage to buildings. And to follow it up,
enemy base under attack.
You have a couple infantry as well for the U.S. trying to regain that central oil derrick, and this is just going to be very hard. Oh, that's such good damage done on the enemy base, though. It's going to be very hard for Russia to really get back into this. AT Wig, is he trying to be sneaky? Like I said earlier, you can go in and kill the commander. His usually defense is up, but I mean he might have seen
enemy base under attack.
A way in.
Copy that with them.
They might try to do this. We'll keep this on. Look at the highlights. See Absent Wizard.
Command, let me know when you put a recon down.
I'll
time it with my strikes.
If I was him, I'd hold my fire. Just want to stay
Let
kind
me
of
know when
quiet
you
and try to
put
get in
your
the base.
recon down, because it helps me a lot.
I
So
think
I'll target whatever you put your recon down on.
Oh, copy.
He's the only American out here. You have Americans once again defending the resource field out east. They're trying to just keep gaining the resources, run that Logi route, and once again, now as you get in the higher vehicles, the ammo is becoming an issue. Nearly 10,000 build, just a couple thousand ammo, as that's completely used for vehicles. You see more Apaches. There's so many pilots out.
Vehicle ready.
At the central Derek.
You see more helicopters coming in as the Apache goes in a little DC. It's not a squad game unless you get a PowerPoint helicopter, right? Apache coming in for a gun run on the northern oil derrick, and I think he was trying to hit that Logi. If he could actually get that Logi, because that's going to be full, that would be huge.
Good jobs on the Logi, though.
Vic Cruz, if you're gonna request vehicles, the least you could do is at least get the ammo for the Vic you want, just to help us out.
There you
we're
go.
running that shit quick.
Yeah, I'm on 0 ammo right now.
Good shots from the Apache, destroying that outpost. Oh, and there you go, Stinger.
Don't worry.
Manpad from the down at the silos.
Channel, don't worry. You're doing good.
Vehicle ready.
Man, they shrugged it off.
Squad 3, mark helmets for closer support.
Very lucky.
I've been pretty accurate so far.
Another Manpad slamming into the side. Pardon my hitch there, a little graphical hitch. There's a lot going on here. But Apache, very lucky. 2 Manpads. I mean, that was definitely player controlled. Oh, there you go.
Command, how are you doing on your defenses?
Apache goes down.
Walls. I don't know if you've been able to research that.
And 3 for 3. 2 kids in a trench. Loses another helicopter over this time northern oil derrick, and that was.
Yeah, I go with the bigger ones.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, he does have numbers here. Let's take a look at that. That does look like a Manpad. At least it doesn't look like an RPG that I'm familiar with. There you go.
3, keep your marks accurate 4 as well for Kess.
Power restored.
Nice. Nice little anti-air system for Russia here, which is good. My biggest concern about air and attack helicopters are just how do infantry deal with them, and it looks like it's been implemented fairly well. Flares seem to be working, countermeasures are working, the actual damage. Oh, is there actually, are they able to repair this? No, they're not able to repair it, or if they are, they haven't.
Repeat, please. Repeat last.
But yeah, being able to actually have countermeasures and to now actually have more of an engaging close air support aircraft
coming up
experience instead of just literally being an unkillable machine, which even right now a Blackhawk in squad can just shrug off AT, shrug off RPGs, and sometimes even tank rounds. I mean, these Manpads, it's fantastic to see.
Available, or do this
3 you got really below you to the east.
You can see Logi is now being cut from Maine, and Russia is they're getting a bit more of the stockpile build and ammo. I see M coming up, but all's fair. Ain't no main camping in this game because it is just
central Derek from south.
Whatever you want to do to stop the enemy team from getting resources, you can do it. And this Bradley is just going to be holding out those western road. You got a Tiger coming back from the center. And the U.S. is now trying to get pressure back onto central oil derrick. As you can see, wow, in the meantime, Russia has actually gone and capped. This is huge. I really think the U.S. is getting just too stuck on the vehicles now. There's so many Americans in vehicles that they've lost 1, 2, 3, all 3 oil derricks. They've lost the resource presence on the northwest. They've lost the resource presence in the middle with the oil derrick, and the only one left is the southeastern zone. And it is just, I think I just saw another helicopter go down on the map. really, really interesting. And it is significantly different from just from 5 minutes. You got a second power plant. You got the research center. And now is that a BMP? No, that's a T-72.
I've been asking Squad 2 or whoever's in the air to come by and help. We're trying to build
Russia with fantastic late game play.
I can use one, yeah. Just tell me where.
Could you use it on central oil derrick, please? More towards the south side.
And they know that Bradley is right out north of the base. And Russia, although they've been seriously hurt in the early game, I think the US's lack of resource management in the mid game is going to cost them as T-72 rolls out, and they know exactly where to look for.
Yo, hey, watch out. There's a bunch of guys here.
They have an M just left main.
Why would you open with that?
10 or 4 is logic.
I don't understand. Is he reloading it?
Yeah.
There you go.
Appreciate it, man. It'll also allow you
Use
to
the main cannon. Thank you very much. T-72 scratches one Bradley after that interesting opening engagement. And now the Apache should have a real target to try to focus on. That T-72.
Southern oil derrick.
Yeah,
we got infantry at the southern oil derrick.
That's where I just got killed.
Alright,
so the Apache continuing its gun runs on, was it north oil derrick? So a second Bradley up on central. You have a T-72 flanking around towards the north.
We currently have enemy infantry at their southern resupply point.
And I believe this is Bradley coming online for BMP coming online for Russia. And Russia's late game might actually
8-9. I think you're going right into an enemy have.
They might be able to come back because Russia had just enough of resources to try to come up and contest US's map presence. And as I see this right here, you actually have an Abrams as well on north oil derrick. So although just a little behind the US, they're 3,500 ammo and 1,000 build. You can see I'm guessing there's been a lot of
we're trying to build a hab in north
defenses built up for the US for all of that build to go down. We try to take a peek at what it's looking like over the US. They have a couple of I'm looking at my cheat sheet. I think they have it. You can get your own oil derricks, I believe. So you get your own oil derricks. I believe you can get your own resources from it. So now, because of the research facility,
is there an enemy tank we can market?
And now they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 power plants. The U.S. is now starting to generate their own resources.
But I'm saying if we can get a reserve of like 10 tanks and then push their fob, the tanks do a lot of damage to their, not their fob, but their HQ. And we time it with RD as well. We could do a lot of work. We just gotta get 10 tanks saved up, or a good amount.
That's one at main, so.
You hear that? The U.S. once again, it's like it's just like Command and Conquer. You get a bunch of tanks, you get your armored units, you get your armored units, you push up, and you just try to mass kill their base, and that's what they're going to be trying to do for the U.S. So is going for the Logi. Once again, very important to knock out the Logi, and he is starting to take some HMG fire from the T-72, and I don't know why he's not focusing that T-72. The gunner should be able to hit him as well. Logi goes down. Maybe he's going to flare out a little bit. If he spots that tank, that should be a fantastic... Oh, hello! AT! I'm not even quite sure where that came from. Maybe an ATGM from way downtown.
Central's resecured, by the way, so if you want to ferry supplies, you start camping.
Oh, hello! It was! Not from that downtown, another downtown. I think it was the Bradley.
Yeah,
the Bradley gets 2 ATGMs into the T-72, and that's going to be a huge blow for Russia. That was their only tank on the field, and the next best vehicle they have is a BMP, which is now saying, you know what, I got to get out of here. So taking a look at resources, we have 1 Bradley, 1 Abrams, and Apache.
Okay, thank you.
and a second Abrams at Maine, as well as another helicopter at Maine for the U.S. And the U.S.'s just economy is overwhelming Russia. And we can hear some more, I think, artillery dropping on Russia's base. As these gun runs, I absolutely love these. Look at that, a complete point wipe by the Apache. Everybody down, and same with the Tiger, I think, went down. A Logi might have as well. As a tough loss of vehicles that definitely cost a lot of build and ammo.
Enemy base under attack.
And more artillery. This is very interesting. I really like this, but you can see, oh, the airfield's destroyed. The helipad's destroyed. You can see the barracks is also super low health. It's on fire. Wow. And also
enemy base under attack.
The war center. All of a sudden, oh, and the power plant. I mean, this is a massive blow to Russia. They've been behind the 8-ball pretty much all game. And now, just because the U.S. prioritized their economy, got some artillery up and running, you now have an absolute just catastrophic loss of tech for Russia. They're going to have to repair this infantry barracks. They're going to have to repair the war center so that way they can make sure they keep pumping out tanks. But no longer having these helicopters, let's be honest, Russia hasn't really had the economy to run the helicopters. But now just
enemy BMP at south
they need these
area.
to try to get back in the game, and now they're going to have to spend precious build and ammo that they haven't had all game just to get those buildings back up.
To the east.
But let's see, Bradley and Abrams trying to move out and try to find this BMP. And this is one of the last big vehicles that Russia has, and especially after losing so much on the war center, around the war center and barracks, their power plants back at Maine. Losing that BMP right now could be extremely costly.
Here. I look for it. Where is it?
It went more right.
You can see the BMP's actually Houdini'd everyone. You can see right in the center of your screen, squad 6. Right. Oh no. What a flank. But he opens up with the autocannon. I'm not quite sure why. Oh, I was just about... Oh, no. And the Bradley, I think they're out of ATGMs from taking out the T-72 earlier, so I understand that one. But the BMP opens up.
Where's the enemy BMP?
Oh, no. Absolutely not how you do this.
Got multiple
BMP on fire and about to pop here. Just one or two
BMP
more shots.
Destroyed on the southeast.
BMP is not destroyed yet. Now he is. Bradley smokes out and just barely able to keep himself alive. The BMP had the flank, and I do not know why they decided to open up, not with their ATGMs, but with their autocannon. That is, that's how you lose vehicles, and that's why. But taking a look at the map once again, with that vehicle down, you know what? If I'm the US,
I can't see the buildings,
I think it's time. I think you full send it. You get your Apaches, you have a couple tanks, you have Bradleys, and they're trying to score up. You can see another Bradley and Abrams. I mean, the US is overflowing with resources at this point.
Is there any way we could get a heli so we can try and take back that one hab?
Because you can see, I mean, it's very, this is also really cool. You got low walls, medium walls, and high walls protecting the power plants. But the U.S. has the economy to, I think, take the base. And we look on the map, there's not much, a lot of the Russian presence, I honestly feel like they're just stuck. They're trying to run Logi, they get hit by an Apache or a Little Bird. They're trying to go into a vehicle, and then they get wrecked by an Apache or a Bradley or an Abrams. The U.S. I think is going to show that you need to treat these games like a resource gatherer for the first early game and just pester. This early pestering with the MAT-V or Humvee rather, laying into the base and destroying the Logi routes was huge, and it is showing up in spades now. Sunny D 007. He is an RPG. He should have enough time to track or maybe engine the Abrams. deflects off the turret. Sunny D whiffs it. Unfortunate, it was in the perfect position.
Could we have?
And Abrams doesn't even care, just shrugs it off and keeps going.
Enemy base under attack.
You can see Apache gun runs now. They're trying to just do as much damage, and about a third of the way down for Russia. I wouldn't be surprised if this Abrams starts, yep, he's maybe going to cap the oil derrick just in case. Yep, and I do like this. Vehicles can capture these oil derricks as well.
Negative, it's not winning.
Battalion and RTS doing work in this Abrams, nearly halfway to neutral on the oil derrick.
Capturing the
and then I would hope
we're gonna harass our main for a bit.
There you go. Love to hear that. Get some good DPS on the main, and you can just see that is not a good-looking main base right now. Even the research center is smoking there. They do got to be careful because Sunny D might try to redeem himself. Southern oil derrick does go neutral.
The river and assault their main. I just got fucked.
There it is, tracked.
Squad 10, just be advised, you're going to tow there, our fob's going down.
I don't think they saw him hit the air.
In the south.
Needs to be careful so he doesn't get hit by Sunny. I'm surprised I might hear any local calls. They might be talking to squad chat, but they should know it came out from this northeast side. Sunny D, I don't know how many RPGs they get, but I do know anti-tank kits have a lot more damage. Is that a BMP? Oh man, this is just not good. BMP slams into the side of the Abrams. No, they need to stay up with ATGMs. Oh, the ammo rack! Unbelievable! What a shot! I was just saying how they needed to stick with ATGMs, but hey, one and done. Slams right into the ammo, and the Abrams is not going to have any time to harass the enemy main because that is going to cook off. And well defended by Russia. They don't have many vehicles, but they got to make use of what they got.
Hey, 2, if you want to come, I got guys on the ground moving toward that point that you have to mark on.
There it goes. Abrams down. And fantastic work by Russia. And in the meantime, a Russian squad has actually moved out east to the Eastern Resource Center. And so Russia on a little bit of a comeback here. I would be surprised if they're able to do enough to really claw themselves back in the game other than just knocking out a couple vehicles.
Please. Well done.
See a Stinger.
Any gun or Go 19?
Just flies right through the middle point, and it looks like that Blackhawk did get tagged by him. He's on fire. Going to try to make an emergency landing at main. And unfortunately, you got an Apache, 2 Apaches on the helipads. Oh, that's a Blackhawk with actual rocket pods on it. And he's going to try to touch down. He's being very careful. Be patient. He's kind of freaking out a little bit. 2 kids in a trench. I believe in you. Touch her down. Oh, it's on fire. They need it.
Our base
no! Oh no! Oh, you hate to see it.
Scott 4, I'll get you another one.
Oh, these vehicles are just... That's too bad. Nearly gets it. And, BMP.
Yeah, sure thing.
You can see they're trying to... I'm trying to see exactly where...
It's there.
This BMP is just trying to put some damage out on Central Oil Derrick, but he gets tagged by what? That was a hell of a shot. Oh.
Someone's running to clear that helipad, actually.
Enemy base under attack.
Apache coming in with some fantastic air support. Knocks out the BMP and is now putting some rockets into the enemy base. And once again, that is not a good-looking base. If I'm actually at Apache, screw the base, go for the war center, go for the barracks, try to start dealing
Enemy
damage.
Base under attack.
Oh, and there you go. That MG turret, automated defense. taking shots at the Apache, and oh no, it's gonna go from bad to worse because the you can see it's starting to crumble. Hey, we got destruction a little bit. The barracks goes down. Artillery is once again.
I just need to RTB and then we'll try and push towards the enemy tank, enemy base with you.
Enemy base.
Say again, I'm sorry.
Graphics trying to catch up with us here, but the war center might go down. That barracks, it's just going to be a huge problem because just like RTS games, you need to have certain technology in order to move to the next one. You can't actually, oh, there goes the war center. You can't actually build your helipads and things until you have a war factory. So, I mean, very smart work by the commander. The moment it goes down, it looks like he's trying to build another barracks. I don't know if they can do some damage while these vehicles are still, or by these bases are still being worked on. I would think so. As you now have an Apache. Is it 2 Apaches? I think.
Your Apache is up.
Oh shit, okay, I'm in back.
2 Apaches coming in. And they need to deal some damage to these MG turrets because those are tearing through the Apaches. Apaches now focusing on the Logi, and they knock it out. They're going for the Russian Econ. Apache with a fantastic gun run, and maybe another one. Oh, this would just completely put Russia behind.
What does it cost to build derricks?
Oh, if they could, this is going to be a full Logi. Trying to do as much maneuvering as they can, but it's going to be fruitless. A second Logi in quick succession goes down for Russia, and I'm trying to look at the map and see what else they have. They got nothing that can get them resources. It is just going to be a mopping up session here soon. Apache's open season on the main base, and it is halfway destroyed. They need to be talking. Yep, there you go. Abrams now coming in. And that opening from the Arty, if they can start getting shots from the Abrams right on the main base. The only thing stopping them right now would be any AT that would spawn at the main, and this MG. Oh, the MG turret's now destroyed from the Apache. Little Bird gun run. And infantry, are now getting essentially camped. The Apache is slamming into this barracks. As Little Bird continues gun runs. Oh, this might be the end the end of days here for Russia.
Command, can you queue a Little Bird?
Absolutely.
So much ordnance coming in. Caused my voice to crack.
You know what?
And that is what, about 40% health. And at this point, this is where if this was a tournament, Russia would exit match, say GG, because there's nothing else. No econ, no way to get back into this. And the US, I thought for a second there they had too many fighters and not enough Logi, but by having those derricks back at main, they've been able to fuel this. And it's just taking so much damage. General Booty, Mintos down in the command center just trying to do something, but he's going to be at a loss. Oh, and that is actually a lot of damage. We're in the red here, about 20%. Another heat round slamming into the enemy base. And Russia can only sit back and take it. 15%.
Stop.
I don't know why they're saying half.
Stop it.
Say again?
Stop firing at the HQ. Stop.
There you go. I don't know why. I don't know why you're saying stop, because that's how you end the game. US
Good job, team.
with a fantastic victory in SATCOM. Oh, wanted to airstrike. He wanted to take the glory. 178 kills to 125, and you can say a lot of those were from the air. Helicopter squad here. Helicopter squad here. 25 and what is that? 52 from the air. Fantastic attempt by Russia, but man, US managed their econ managed to pester the enemy's econ, and you can see it just snowball to the late game. Those early vehicles like the Strikers and Bradleys doing good damage, infantry holding off the Russian infantry, and then upgrading to the Apaches and tanks. Just way too difficult to overcome for Russia. Fantastic game. This is just a plate. It's not even finished yet, and that was entertaining as hell. Oh my God.